We're talking to Judd Legum. He is the research director for the Center for American Progress. Judd, I'm going to ask you another question about the sense in Washington within the Democratic Party. And I know, you don't necessarily have all the answers here, but I'm asking you for what sense you have. Is there any a movement at all to think, well, you know what, perhaps Senator Feingold was right after all. Perhaps we should have been a lot tougher and should have insisted on a lot more accountability, whether it was censure or anything else, to make sure that the president was in line here. And we really didn't do much, and that was an error, and we should look to address that error.
Well, just kind of sort of making things up here. But I think that, I don't get the sense that there's been enough time for something like that to happen. I think a lot of people were upset with Feingold, not really on the substance, but the way he went about it. I think, people didn't like that he didn't give them a heads up and so on and so forth. So, I don't know how much events will change their minds on that, for better or for worse. Unfortunately, I think a lot of this is personal more than political in a lot of cases.
All right, and so you're not entirely sure if the Democrats will still get united on this, or if they'll find.
I wouldn't bet on it. I think that Democrats. I'm not sure they're right on this, but I think they're afraid, especially coming into the election, of being seen as, we're going to pounce on Bush and impeach him or censure him as soon as we get control of Congress. You saw Nancy Pelosi on Meet the Press try to beat that back. Now, with the president at 31%, does that make sense to be so cautious? I'm not sure.
Well,
I think that's where they are.
That's one of the rare occasions where Democratic caution, in this case, strikes me as the rare time when it might be reasonable. I don't want that to be the focus of anything. But
God forbid we should hold this guy to account. I mean, he's such a popular guy. It'd be so dangerous to hold him to account.
Oh, I want him held to accountability. I just want to do it another way. And the way I would have done it would be endless. And I thought about this for a long time. Would be constantly, endlessly pressuring the Republicans to actually have an investigation. You wouldn't get it. But you should never, ever, ever, ever stop talking about it.
Okay, well, let me ask you that, Judd, as a final question here. What is the alternative? This is something we asked before, and I want to reiterate it here. I mean, you got the one camp who said, whoa, you don't want to talk about impeachment or censure because I don't know what it'll do. I mean, the guy is so unpopular, it seems that the people would throw a party if he did that. But, okay, let's put that aside. And then you have the other people who seem to be doing nothing. I mean, look, I'll name names. Hillary Clinton, what the hell has she done? I haven't seen her on the record at all. And you're the research director. Am I missing the quotes? And she's supposedly the leading candidate for the Democrats. Where is she?
Well,
I don't know. I mean, correct me. Go ahead. What is the and by the way, I'm sorry. After you've done that, okay. What is the way they can actually hold this guy to account without so-called impeachment or censure? And what is it? They hold a press conference every day. How do they get it done?
Well, I think. Well, let me take the first question first. I think because if you're a leading candidate for president, I think a lot of times the instinct is to stick your head in the sand a little bit and try not to make waves. Try to coast in a little bit.
Yeah, because that's real leadership. Stick your head in the sand.
I'm not really defending it. I'm just trying. Just sort of. I think you're right about. I don't think you'll find many quotes on the record, and I think they're probably calculated. On the other hand, as far as alternatives, I think there are real alternatives. For instance, what you could do is substantively change the law, both to specifically, prohibit, and you could do something like, cut off funding for the kind of programs that they're doing, if you wanted to do that.
Right, absolutely. And do you get a sense that they're going to do that?
No, I don't get any sense they're going to do that. But I'm just saying, that's something that would be very meaningful. That probably I'd say that's more meaningful than censure. Censure,
I agree. I agree.
The resolution that would actually have an impact.
Judd,
so you could do that if you had the political will.
Judd, as always, I lied. I got one more question for you.
All right.
Okay. Whenever I say last question, you can pretty much bet it's not. We've heard from Trent Lott today, you said, speaking out about this USA Today story. We've heard from John Tobacco Checks Boehner, the House Majority Leader for the Republicans. We've heard from Senator Leahy, to be fair to the Democrats. He came out very strong, strongest of all the politicians I've heard today. Arlen Specter voiced some concerns. So Trent Lott, John Boehner, Arlen Specter have spoken out on it. And has Hillary Clinton said anything today?
I haven't seen her.
Huh.
I haven't seen her, but I've seen. Let's just give credit to the people who have been speaking. Pelosi, George Miller, Jane Harmon. They've all said stuff. So.
Hillary also, for the first time, spoke out about the NSA, the original NSA spying program, and sent it out in campaign literature yesterday. It actually went out yesterday.
I hear Hillary's on the record as being against Watergate. Finally,
breaking news.
Breaking news that just came in yesterday. Leading candidate for the Democrats. Enjoy, everybody. All right, Judd Legum from the Center for American Progress. We really appreciate you coming on and talking about this with us.
Thanks for having me. Enjoyed it.
Thanks.
All right.